position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Looking to throw, it's back. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting into the big fella at tight end.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Turning it on. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that,
wide open spaces. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the grab. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be first and goal.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, it's Beck. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Hurricane. Quick strike through the air for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the kick is no good, but a penalty flag is down, and there's not much doubt this is going to be roughing the kicker. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Canes.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Saunders. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. There he goes. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Aller. Got a man. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to go up top on first down. Dumps it to the back. Got his man.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's loose. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So an 82-yard drive there. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Marion. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Dropping back, it's Beck. Hauls it in. At the 35, he's got room. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that are so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
The offense changing the play, trying to seal the edge on the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Finds the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Canes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water inside.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. fake on first down to throw. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dave.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. You work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking for a man. It's back. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. They're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller, and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle. It's Pena. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Dinkins. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. downfield again. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Back to throw, it's Allard. That's caught. It's Singleton. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Release to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
As a quarterback, I used to love throwing to running backs that could run great routes. That was a good one there on the angle route. He sold it like he was running to the flat, put his foot in the ground, cut back inside, crossed the defender's face, made it an easy...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
From the red zone, looking for a space. Grabbed behind the line, it's Singleton. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down?
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And he tacks on the extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? To the air, it's Beck. Makes the catch, it's Daniels. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. A first down run in the red zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The play action fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking for the goal line. And the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Rushes on him. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
The kick is on its way. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay, ready?
They'll go to the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. A strike downfield. Tackled there by the defense. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball in the money, and he makes the play.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Scanning the field, it's back. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it inside the 35. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and then speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this. He can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and this quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be and when he's going to be there, and that's why they're so tough to stop.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the ground with the back. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
To the air, it's Allard. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got a good one going here, all tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
Listen, the comeback route is one of the more difficult routes to throw in college football. You see zone, and they're bailing, getting out of there. Nice job by the receiver, sticking his foot in the ground, coming back to the quarterback, catching the ball. Nice pitch, nice catch.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. There's some pressure. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hit.
And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. And the Hurricanes will punt this one away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit.
And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great, nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to throw. It's back. got his man quickly. And they get him down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
No good. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. On the ground, it's Singleton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You've got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making it work.
On 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Defense in press coverage. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late, blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive view.
Going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Allard. Got it in the middle, it's Pena.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Looking to buy time. The throw. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs, and just make that clock run.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. He'll set up to throw. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they have surged on top here in the final 2 minutes.
Big-time kick late in the fourth quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Dropping back, it's back. Here's a throw downfield late. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Well, jet sweep pass. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Under fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Daniels.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Wide open downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Miami. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Allard. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. He goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't pick up anything, but he did save a few seconds. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Under fire. Got his man. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one. Guys, if you want to go strictly